With update 1.7, our second to last scheduled update now live as of this morning, it's time to touch on some of the highlights from the published patch notes and get you ready for all of the changes. What's going on, agents? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and in today's Division video, I would like to touch on some of the highlights from the list of changes now implemented into the game as of this morning and patch 1.7, and without wasting any more time, let's jump right in. Global events will be going live a little later this morning and are a limited time event, adding special modifiers to PvE portions of the Division. Taking part in global events will earn you tokens that you can use to purchase classified gear caches and unique vanity items. Global event modifiers can be applied to existing content along with 2 extra modifiers to increase the difficulty and rewards earned. Once you have earned enough global event tokens, you can redeem them at the vendor for a global event cache with a chance of containing randomized loot and rewards, which can include any of the 3 classified gear sets, 3 different weapon skins, and 1 vanity set. Commendations and patches are now live and cover all aspects of the game, including PvE and PvP, and will contribute to your overall commendation score, which is displayed above your agent and can be seen by other players. A new vanity item, face masks, can be attained during global events, and these were not available to be viewed during the PTS, so happy hunting, agents. Face customization is now available for those of you agents that want to change your character's face. Check by the special equipment vendor in the terminal for the newly added stairway, access to the bathroom, and mirror area. Once there, you can interact with the mirror and again characterize and save your new facial characteristics. The first 3 classified gear sets are now in the loot pool for global events and include Lone Star, Final Measure, and Deadeye, and these new 5 and 6 piece bonuses are strong, making these gear pieces desirable. Once this first global event is over, these classified gear pieces will be put into the normal loot pool but with lower drop rates. Classified gear pieces have higher main stat rolls between 1,274 and 1,401 and will allow you to recalibrate your attributes twice versus the normal one-time recalibration that we are used to. Gameplay changes are aplenty, and now blueprints, currencies, and crafting materials are shared across all of your characters on the same account. RPM hard caps have been added for all weapons to counter players using alternate methods and controllers to exceed the normal RPM ranges of weapons, and the SVD has had its recoil and spread retuned to be more in line with the M1A. The defense gear set has had its 3-piece bonus changed from 30% ballistic shield health to 10% damage to elites. Ninja Bike Messenger Bag has had its primary talent completely reworked, and this looks to be the exotic gear piece you need to actively seek to loot in Update 1.7. Both the Pecan and Historian have received slight tweaks to their mechanics, so please check the patch notes for full details. Talents were not immune from changes in Update 1.7, with Stable receiving a massive nerf from 35% to 10%, and this change is retroactive. Cool-headed and determined talents will now have an effect on cooldowns for all skills, including signature skills. Triage, Battle Buddy, and Strike Back have all received minor tweaks for bug fixes, and Talented will now only proc for killing an enemy with your weapon. Loadouts did receive some minor tweaks, including removing the ability to exceed your backpack capacity through the switching of mods. Much effort was spent on skills, including a newly implemented 20% damage increase to an enemy agent's shield while in PvP, Pulse UI fix, Seeker Mine damage decrease to both explosion damage and airburst mod damage, Sticky Bomb explosion blast radius modifications, massive amounts of fixes to the support station, fixes to first aid, mobile cover tweaks, and various other skills tweaks. There are also various fixes to missions, underground, survival, last stand, and to the base of operations. The major item to be noted from all of these is that survival rewards have been increased and will now reward you with survival caches instead of gear caches for Tier 1, and if you reach Tier 2, will reward you with 1 survival cache and 1 weapons cache. Various environmental fixes have been applied both to the LZ and DZ that involved us getting stuck on invisible objects. glitching through walls, unable to vault over certain objects, and now receiving the appropriate rewards for clearing landmarks in the DZ. And finally, various other tweaks to the meta between the PTS and final version of Update 1.7 were published for you to review. Well, there you go, agents. Just a few of the changes for Update 1.7, and I've got to say that I was pleased by some and truly puzzled by even more. I also just received confirmation from other agents that have already downloaded Update 1.7 and begun playing that the returns for duplicates in the hotly debated encrypted caches have been quietly adjusted to now have diminished rates of refund returns based on level of items. I highly encourage you not to buy cipher keys for these, but instead go out and earn them in the game, as they are clearly shady and designed to get the player base to spend as much money as possible for absolutely useless items. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I have included a link to the entire patch notes summary in the video description below. If you could take the time to rate the video with a huge thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. If you want some more Lieutenant BuzzLitebeer and my division content in your lives, make sure to pound that sub button and follow me on Twitter at Lieutenant BuzzLitebeer. And remember, for my channel, likes, comments, subs are loved. Until my next The Division video, this has been Lieutenant BuzzLitebeer saying peace out.